Now we're pleased to have Jimmy Mulla in the studio with us today. Mr. Mulla is president and co-founder of Voices for Sudan, a US-based coalition network of Sudanese organizations in the diaspora dedicated to resolving humanitarian crises in Sudan. A veteran activist, Mr. Mulla has led a wide range of advocacy and awareness-raising efforts for the North-South conflict. Jimmy Mulla, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Now, while all the South Sudanese who can are heading to Juba, you'll be heading to celebrate in New York, but of course still part of the celebrations back home. Tell me how you feel right now about this big day tomorrow for you.
It's definitely an exciting moment to come to celebrate the independence for Southern Sudan, and as somebody from Southern Sudan, I'm excited about the day. But going to New York definitely is significant to have the event take place there and celebrate. But at the same time, we definitely want to bring attention to the situation in Abyei and in Southern Kordofan, and also the outstanding conflict in Darfur.
Now, you must be one of the few voices out there that are obviously still set on the future. A lot of people are focusing on tomorrow, the big celebration, the cessation. But as you just noted, there are a lot of pending issues, the issue of Southern Kordofan, Abyei, and of course Darfur, which you have been raising concern about for a while. So tell me how you plan to fit this very significant messages into this very jubilant day tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from the celebration. This is in no part trying to take away from the celebration. The celebration definitely is in place. The people in the South need to celebrate, and all the people involved in the advocacy need to celebrate that because it's a big moment. But at the same time, you want to have peace in all of Sudan, because whether there are two countries or one, you want to have peace and stability so that there's actually a different era in the country.
And you'll be celebrating and making these observations outside the United Nations headquarters in New York. Specifically, why that location?
The United Nations is a very significant place to have an event of that such, to draw attention to the current situation there, but more so to celebrate, actually. It's more of a celebration and using the occasion to see to it that at least this peace is transferred so that the whole of Sudan can have peace.
So what do you see your role being now after South Sudan becomes free? Obviously, that's one of the issues you've been pushing. How do you see your organization now changing gears to now start addressing, of course, what will still be happening within South Sudan? There are a lot of concerns there, but beyond.
Well, in terms of our organization, from the advocacy standpoint, the issues still remain. The issues of insecurity, the issue of violence, these are issues that still remain in the whole of Sudan because we focus in the whole country. Our goal is to see to it that there is peace in all of Sudan. And so as long as these issues still remain, we'll be actively engaged in that. And hopefully we'll definitely be able to find a way to transfer the peace that's been in the south and have peace in Darfur, in the Nuba Mountains, and in Abyei, so that at least the life of the people can change and we can have a new era in Sudan.
You've been holding a lot of gatherings, protests outside various venues from the White House, State Department, the UN. Tell me what kind of contacts you've established and what are you hearing from some top US officials about what they plan to keep doing in South Sudan after it becomes free, and of course also the issue of Darfur?
I've established many contacts with many officials here in DC and around the country. They are engaged in what's happening. They are actually on top of the issues, but it's more about seeing the results, more about getting to a point where you have peace. So these efforts all together have to get to a point where we can have a peace and a peaceful settlement in all the issues in Sudan, so that we turn the page.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
All right,
and we wish you all the best, of course, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Jimmy Mulla, president and co-founder of Voices for Sudan, joining us here in our studios in Washington.